Hey, and welcome to 3 Shin Splint Myths Runners Actually Believe. I'm Sarah Pitts from mostmotion, and today we're going to look at 3 myths that runners believe when it comes to shin splint pain that's actually keeping them in pain. So the first one is that running will help. And the reason people believe this is because as they get warm, the pain goes away. So they believe that if they work through the pain and they run through the pain, then eventually it will stop hurting and the problem will go away. But that's not helping because all you're doing is generating natural painkillers in your body as you're running. So initially it hurts because you do have a problem, and then it stops hurting because the body is creating natural painkillers as you run, which are just disguising the pain. So then you stop running, the muscles tighten up a little bit more, and actually it's making you worse because the muscles are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And the second problem or myth that people believe is that strengthening your calves will help. Now, it's not to say that strengthening your calves won't help at all. There's just a little caveat that we need to go through before we start to go into strengthening your calves, and that is that it's not a strength balance problem that you're experiencing, it's a length balance problem, okay? So your muscles are too short in some places and they're too long in other places. And until we take away the tightness that's creating the shortness in the muscle, the strength will feel like it's not there. And that's why people believe they need to strengthen those muscles first. So actually, if we take away the restriction, so we get the muscles more open, the joints more open, we lengthen the muscles so they can function properly, then we restore the strength balance and the length balance, and then we can add the strength training in if we need to. And actually at the bottom of a calf raise, for example, which is a common way of trying to strengthen the calves, at the bottom of the calf raise, when your heel is below your toes, then actually you're putting more strain on the shin than it can cope with sometimes. So actually by dropping your heel all the way to the bottom, you're increasing the strain on the shin, which is going to compound the problem. So we need to unwind the tissue and start to lengthen those tight muscles before we start and add that strengthening in. And the third myth that people believe about shin splints when they're running is that there's nothing they can do to help the treatment themselves, okay? Now, that means they leave it all to a professional, which is expensive and sometimes very lengthy. Now, it's not to say that professionals shouldn't get involved. They absolutely should because you are in pain. But in the same way that going to the GP when you have a cough or a cold or something like that, it's not very helpful if you go straight away. So if you go to the GP and you say, oh, I started sneezing yesterday, then the response is likely to be, go away, take these paracetamols, whatever, come back if it's still a problem. Because the GP has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of options that the issue could be because you're sneezing. So it's exactly the same when you go to a movement professional or a physio. If you say, oh, I have a minor pain here, and that's it, then it's down to the professional to try and find what the problem is. But if you can go to that professional and say, I have this pain, it hurts when I do this, I've tried doing this, I've tried doing that, it seems to me like my body is stuck here, it's not moving very well like this. That's lots and lots and lots of information that that professional can use to fast track that diagnosis and fast track your recovery. So because there's lots and lots of things you can do that's not going to irritate the problem, it's not going to cause you more pain, I've put together 5 free videos that you can access just by clicking the link in the description to give yourself all of that information, all of that knowledge that you can then pass on to a professional if you need to, if your symptoms still hanging around, okay? Because shin splints is quite a complicated issue. It's not generally just your ankle that's the problem, and we need to look at lots of different places in your body to try and investigate where this problem is actually coming from rather than just dealing with the symptom itself, because if we just deal with the symptom itself, it's going to come back, okay? So what you need to be doing now is just click the link in the description. Make sure you sign up for the free 5 free videos, and it's going to help you to look at your ankle, your calf, your knee, all sorts of different places in your body that this problem could be coming from If those movements help your body to get rid of that symptom, brilliant. If it doesn't, you can use that information to go and see a professional and get their advice as well. Okay, there's a little secret that I have inside of that mostmotion account that you're creating, and that is that there's loads more videos in there, not just 5. Shh, don't tell anybody. Go and click that link in the description right now. Make sure you get your 5 free videos, and don't forget to add in the comments how those videos are helping you, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.